Howdy folks, this is John Caldwell here with the results of NXT Takeover 25 for all of you who missed it last night. A lot of crazy stuff happened at this NXT Takeover. Let's go ahead and get right into the results. Our first match was between Matt Riddle and Roderick Strong. Beth Phoenix was doing commentary for the show and Alicia Taylor was doing the ring announcing. There were dual Let's Go Roddy / Let's Go Bro chants. Strong suplexed Riddle on the ring apron to gain an advantage. Riddle came back and the two exchanged near falls. Strong hit various forearm strikes until Riddle still kicked out. Riddle hit a powerbomb and knee strike, but Strong kicked out. Riddle eventually picked up the pinfall victory in a very competitive match. Our next match was between the teams of Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, the Street Profits Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, the Undisputed Era Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, and the Forgotten Sons Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler in a ladder match for the vacant NXT Tag Team Championships. Shawn Michaels and Road Dogg were shown at ringside for this match. The Street Profits climbed the ladders for their entrance and went through the crowd. Mauro Ranallo put over how the Undisputed Era had the advantage because of their experience. The Forgotten Sons used the ladder together, but then Lorcan and Burch did some double German suplexes. The Undisputed Era worked together on offense and the crowd started a "This is awesome" chant. Kyle O'Reilly ended up taking a lot of damage in this match, appearing to have lost a tooth, and the crowd chanted "Mamma Mia." The Forgotten Sons leader Jackson Riker got involved in the match and took everyone out since it was a no DQ match. Everyone else started working together to take out Riker with a ladder. Lorcan and Burch and the Undisputed Era both climbed the ladders, but then the Forgotten Sons pushed both teams off. The Street Profits came back out of nowhere with Montez diving onto the ladder and grabbing the titles to become the brand new champions. So there you have it, the Street Profits are your brand new NXT Tag Team Champions. Our next match was between the North American Champion, the Velveteen Dream, and Tyler Breeze for the NXT North American Championship. The announcers brought up how Tyler Breeze sees Velveteen Dream as a ripoff of him. Dream played mind games with Breeze early in the match, but Breeze started playing his own games. Dream grabbed Breeze's photo and took a selfie with the beaten down Breeze, but Breeze countered with a super kick. Dream was barely able to kick out of the supermodel kick, and the crowd started a "This is gorgeous" chant. The two countered the Tombstone Pile Driver several times until Dream hit the Unprettier. However, Breeze kicked out. Breeze came back and hit the Unprettier, but Dream kicked out. Breeze hit the Beauty Shot, but Dream was still able to roll out of the ring. Breeze refused to win via countout. Dream brought in the belt to distract the referee, hit the Dream Valley Driver, and hit the Big Elbow to retain his title. After the match, Dream gave Breeze his phone back. The crowd chanted "selfie," and they delivered on one. So there you have it. The NXT North American Champion is still the Velveteen Dream, baby. Our next match was between the NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler and Io Shirai for the NXT Women's Championship. A video package was shown for Damian Priest. Shirai paid tribute to Rey Mysterio during her intro. Baszler hit the reality check stomp on Shirai's arm early in the match. Shirai's arm affected her offense later in the match. The MMA Horsewomen attempted to interfere, but Candice LeRae evened the odds with a kendo stick. However, the help wasn't enough and Baszler retained her title by submission. Shirai attacked Baszler after the match with the kendo stick and hit a moonsault with the chair. Baszler sold the beatdown as the crowd chanted "You deserve it." And in our main event of NXT Takeover 25, the NXT Champion Johnny Takeover himself, Johnny Gargano, taking on Adam Cole Baby for the NXT Championship. Stephanie McMahon was shown in the crowd during this match. It was announced that the next NXT UK pay-per-view would take place on August 31st, the same day as All Elite Wrestling's All Out. Adam Cole had a live rapper for his entrance. There were huge dueling chants and NXT chants when the match started. Cole almost hit the last shot early, which is how he won the first fall at NXT Takeover New Orleans. Gargano worked on the arm early to set up for the Gargano escape later. Cole came back and got several new falls on the champion, including a burning hammer into his knee. Cole hit super kicks on Gargano, but Gargano countered with a super kick of his own that sent Cole on the outside. After that, they super kicked each other on the outside. The two would later trade submission holds. Gargano went for a dive to the outside and Cole hit a super kick followed by a Panama Sunrise on the outside. Cole went for a cover in the ring, but Gargano kicked out. The two used each other's moves, the Gargano escape and the last shot, and the crowd chanted "Fight Forever." Cole hit his own last shot and Gargano kicked out in a huge near fall that had the crowd going absolutely wild in the arena. In frustration, Cole went for a chair. Gargano went to take out Cole but hit the referee by mistake. Gargano kicked the chair into Cole's face and went for the pin, but the referee was down. After Gargano checked on the referee, Cole tricked Gargano into thinking Undisputed Era were coming out. Cole hit a DDT, but Gargano still kicked out. Cole went for another last shot, but Gargano collapsed. Gargano was playing possum and got the Gargano escape on. Cole came back, hit the Panama Sunrise and another last shot to win the NXT Championship. The Undisputed Era came out after the match for the celebration. Cole joined Gargano as an NXT Triple Crown winner. So there you have it, folks. Adam Cole, baby, is your brand new NXT champion. And big congratulations to him for becoming an NXT Triple Crown winner. Couple of news notes I'd like to pass along to you this Sunday evening. Here are some more highlights from the second part of Wade Keller's interview with Jon Moxley, courtesy of Reddit user Swagga Like Bama. Moxley said that he feels like Hayes and Noble are two of the producers who knew what they were doing and loves the creative and freedom in AEW. He also said that there's writers that have amazing ideas in WWE, but don't go to Vince McMahon because they know it'll be shot down. SummerSlam was supposed to end with Shield interrupting Strowman's cash-in, and it was Brock's idea to change it, and that's why it happened the next night. He described it as Brock shooting it down and people just standing there not saying anything, said the writers worked hard on coming up with an epic ending for SummerSlam, but instead it ended with Roman winning and Strowman looking like an idiot. There was no effort to the Brock build-up. He tried to get them to go with it and even got in Brock's face, which was all unscripted. He was excited for the match, but hated the build-up because it was so goofy and he wouldn't be able to do anything. He pitched everything and he was ignored. He felt Brock Lesnar only saw him being in the ring was good enough. Moxley talked about carrying a red wagon the week before and how stupid it was, and tried to talk to Brock and wanted to try to work with him to set up crap, and Lesnar told him don't worry about it. They didn't even rehearse the match. Brock didn't get in town until the night before WrestleMania. He pitched an ending where Brock would throw him in thumbtacks, and as Brock was choking him out, he'd flip him off, and he texted Vince the idea, who replied, maybe, smiley face. He also, in the weeks leading up, wanted to lock people in ankle locks to seem like he was studying Brock's fights. Brock didn't care about stealing the show, and Moxley felt they easily could have. Also said Lesnar didn't show up to the arena until a few hours before the show, and they didn't discuss the match for the first time until the second match of the show was going on, despite Ambrose trying to talk to him, who said Brock Lesnar told him don't worry. He pitched an idea where he sprayed Brock in the eye with pepper spray, and he beat Brock with weapons, then Brock would do his comeback and win. Brock liked it, but producers said it was bad. He pitched basically the same angle Lesnar and Orton did at SummerSlam 2016, where Brock would elbow him into unconsciousness, but they shot it down. In the Stone Cold Steve Austin interview for the WWE Network, he didn't want to talk about his childhood, and Austin said something that pissed him off, and he mentally shut down, but he loves Austin and wants to be on his podcast. He said Austin didn't understand the crap they have to go through now and how it's not like it was when he was there. He said a producer who did the interview asked him what kind of crap he wants to talk about on it, and he said he did not want to dig up his childhood, and they still did it. He doesn't blame Austin, more so the producer. Moxley went on to praise All Elite Wrestling's creative processes and how smooth it is. He said that he may take his character in a tweener direction and use Cody Rhodes as an example. He also said that the WWE needs to readjust their pay scale and schedule, and said house shows don't make the company the big money like it used to, and it's the TV deals that does. Talent don't get pay from them. And he also said that though the schedule wasn't why he left, he feels it was still rough, and during his title run, he was physically and mentally shot. Also, former two-division UFC champion George St. Pierre stated in an interview with TVA Sports that the WWE approached him about joining the company. St. Pierre said, I was at an ESPN event in the United States, the award ceremony, and I got approached by the WWE. I had just retired, and it's a form of competition, but of course it's also scripted, so I don't know if I'd be willing to relieve that. Perhaps for a special event so I could taste it, but I don't know if I'd want to sign a contract and do it every week and make it a living. Maybe for a special appearance. St. Pierre continued on by saying, perhaps we would get back to them on that, I don't know. But for the moment, there are no discussions at all. They wanted to contact my agents, I gave them their number, but I don't want to switch to wrestling full time. Thanks to MMAfighting.com for the quotes. And also during a post-NXT Takeover 25 media conference, Triple H posted a medical update on Tommaso Ciampa's recovery from neck surgery. Triple H said, "Clear for non-contact means you can't do anything in this business. He can talk, which is what he's doing at this moment. He's ahead of schedule and doing extremely well. Ahead of schedule on all of it and moving along. But with the type of injury he had and the type of surgery he had, especially in this form, a physicality standpoint, you're not doing anything until you're 100%. It's not like you can go in there and lightly take suplexes. You have to be 100%. So he's still got a ways to go, but he's way ahead of the curve and the schedule." Ciampa, of course, was in attendance for the TakeOver pay-per-view last night. Thanks to WrestlingInc.com for the quote. Alrighty folks, there you have it, the results of NXT TakeOver 25 with a little bit of news sprinkled in. I will see you here tomorrow for another great Jamin John's Wrestling News Flash Briefing. Until then, this is Jamin John saying thanks, goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow.